Hello, good day everyone. So, nandito na naman tayo sa panibagong linggo para sa ating talakayan dito sa aking channel. So, ito ang ating subject para ito sa mga YUM students. Ito ay trends, networks, and critical thinking in the 21st century. At para sa inyong kaalaman, tayo ngayon ay nasa module number 6 na po. Okay? So, kung gusto niyo pong matutunan ng ating lesson na to, makinig po kayo sa aking discussion. And you can also participate by commenting or writing your questions, suggestions, and even questions dito po sa comment section sa video na ito. So, let's start. So, our lesson today is about climate change, the consumption and production patterns affecting climate change. So, mayroon talaga tayong mga ginagawa or mga tinatawag nating human activities na nagiging sanhi ng pagkakaroon ng climate change and global warming. So, to start with, let's talk about the production patterns. Production patterns refers to how people generate and manufacture the products they need to use, sell, or consume. So, for example, paper, it comes from a tree pulp or grass fiber. Rubber shoes come from the sap of the rubber tree. The machineries are produced from minerals. Bread is made up from wheat, the cassava or rice flour. And textile is woven from plants such as cotton, abaca, the rami, and from animals like silk, wool, and cashmere. So, napapansin ninyo, lahat ng ating mga gagamitin ay maaaring makaapekto sa climate change. Okay? And the consumption patterns. It refers to the use of economic or consumer goods and resources. So when we say consumption patterns, it can be categorized as individual, the family, the company, and the government consumption. So, alin ba dito ang may mas pinakamadalas gamitin or nagkukonsumo? Of course, it's the individual and the family. So these categories have similarities in the items consumed like food, clothing, footwear, education, the house and furnishing, lighting, fuel, transportation, communication, recreation activities, entertainment, the healthcare, medicine, the tobacco, and the narcotics, as well as insurance. Consumption patterns are considered as the key driver for the use of resources. The ecosystem and landscapes are influenced by the consumption patterns. Of course, if we consume the natural resources, the ecosystem and the landscape will be affected. Ecosystem resiliency, this is the ability of the ecosystem to regenerate, to sustain, and adjust what is lost, destroyed, or added into the environment, are also affected by the way the land is utilized. Sana all may ecosystem resiliency. Pero what if pagod na ang ating ecosystem? So how can they regenerate to sustain the balance of the ecosystem? 'Di ba? So we tend to overexploit. Overexploitation and depletion of land resources can diminish the resiliency of the ecosystem. So ito na nga ang sinasabi ko kanina. The ecosystem actually can regenerate the beauty. However, if it is overexploited by the people because of the daily human activities, maaaring mapagod sila and it diminish the resiliency. Di ba? So spatial planning are the central to the management of landscape and ecosystem resiliency. A consumerist attitude contributes to the depletion and exhaustion of the natural resources, which thus creates a chain. The more consumption, the more demand. The more demand, the more production. The more production, the more extraction of natural resources. The more extraction of natural resources without replenishment, the faster the degradation and the exhaustion of the natural resources. So it's because of the attitude of the people. We are the consumer. Another major cause of climate change, which can be associated with the production and consumption patterns, is the carbon footprints. A measure of the total amount of carbon dioxide and methane emission of a defined population, system, or activity within the spatial and the temporary boundary of the population, the system or activity of interest. So, I know pinag-aralan nyo na to simula pa nung kayo'y nasa elementarya, so hanggang junior high school, and even now in the senior high school. So, what do you think are the major causes of global warming? I know it's not only 10, you can even enumerate more than that, di ba? Pero you might have an idea. Like for example, the power plants, it can cause they are the one causes of global warming. The transportation, yung mga usok ng sasakyan, the farming, the kaingin system, farming dahil dyan mayroon ding nangyayaring deforestation o pagkakalbo ng kagubatan dahil sa pa, illegal logging. Another one is the use of fertilizer, lalong-lalo na ang mga chemical na yan, na maaaring magkaroon ng masamang epekto sa lupa. The oil drilling, the natural grass drilling, the, the permafrost, kahit yung mga simpleng basura, and the volcanic eruption. So these are the 10 causes of the global warming. So what is the difference between the human and natural air pollution? Okay? Air pollution ay isa sa mga problema na kinakaharap ng ating lipunan. Diba? So the major difference between the two, the man-made and the natural air pollution, is the continuous or the contemporary or the temporary natural events caused by natural air pollution. But human activities are responsible for man-made pollution. We cannot prevent natural air pollution from sources like volcanoes, but we can reduce the man-made pollutants and their consequences. The respiratory diseases, the acid rain, and the global warming. So in the air pollutants like gases, the particles that harm people or other life, damage materials, or even reduce visibility. Some air pollution comes from volcanic eruptions. Another one is forest fires, the hot springs, but most is the result of human activities. Power plants, factories, cars, trucks emit carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, hydrocarbons, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, and particulate matter that consists of fine particles suspended in the air. So lahat ng yan ay nagdudulot ng air pollution. Burning oil, coal, gasoline, and other fossil fuels are major causes of man-made air pollution. Sino ba kasi ang gumagawa niyan? Of course, we, the people. Other man-made sources of air pollution are the following. The waste disposal. Many people do not know how to dispose waste properly. Dry cleaning, the paints, the chemical manufacture, the wood stoves, the flour mills. So these are the major, the man-made sources of air pollution. What is the natural sources of air pollution? Natural air pollutants like radon, fog, mist, ozone, the ash, the soot, the salt spray, and volcanic and consumption gases. Radon is the radioactive gas that seeps from the ground in some areas, and fog and mist are both dense water vapor at ground level that obscure vision. Ozone, a chemical formed naturally by the action of sunlight on oxygen, is also a pollutant at ground level but beneficial in the upper atmosphere. So, the air pollution effects. Natural man made air pollution harms humans, other life, and the environment. So, nakakasama sila sa ecosystem. Kasama na tayo doon. Particulate matter from burning wood and fossil fuels lodges in the lungs. Nakakasama yan sa baga, causing respiratory problems and settles in the fine film over buildings, trees, and crops. So, hindi lang tao ang masisira, pati yung ating mga pananim dahil dito sa mga ganito, na mga ganitong activity. Carbon monoxide interferes with the blood's ability to transport oxygen and causes headaches, heart damage, and the worst is death. Sulfur dioxide is a product of burning coal, irritates the eyes, damages the lungs, and makes rain acidic. O, karamihan pa naman sa atin mahilig maligo sa ulan. Hindi nyo alam, ang rain is acidic. Especially dito sa Metro Manila. We do not know if it is safe para ipampaligo. Di ba? So, acid rain damages the buildings and forest and kills aquatic life. Another contributor to acid rain is the nitrogen dioxide emitted by vehicles, industrial boilers, and other industrial processes. Lead from leaded gasoline, power plants, and metal refineries contaminate crops and livestock and causes brain and kidney damage. So, yun. So now let's move on to the last let's move on to the last part is the activity. Again, those who are viewers, the subscribers of my channel, you can participate in the activity by putting your answers sa comment section itong video discussion. Okay? So I would like you to answer the following activities. Number one, as a responsible student, how can you be of help in solving the problem of climate change? Paano kayo makakatulong para malunasan? Kung hindi man malunasan, at least mabawasan ang problema sa climate change. So again, if you have answer in your mind, please share your answer by commenting it on the comment section. And question number two, if we cannot do away with using materials that are harmful to the environment, what can we do as ordinary individuals to help lessen these negative effects? So, syempre, sabi ko nga kanina sa pagsisimula nitong ating discussion, problema na yan, matagal ng problema ang climate change. Kahit hindi pa tayo ipinapanganak, problema na ang climate change. So ngayon, ano na lang ang magagawa natin para mabawasan man lang itong negatibong epekto ng climate change. So once again, if you have answers in your mind, please share it by putting your answer sa ating comment section. So once again, thank you so much sa inyong panonood and I hope to see you again next week para sa panibagong discussion at panibagong module. Once again, thank you so much and please do not forget to hit the notification bell if you want to keep updated sa ating mga video discussions. So this is Teacher Bam once again. Bye everyone. I'll see you next week.